Hello students, today we are going to see the topic called error detection and correction. So anytime whenever the data is transmitted from one node to another node, there can be corrupted in between. That is during the transmission medium, the data can get corrupted. Okay, so this we need some mechanism to correct and detect those errors. So first we will see what are the types of errors we have. One is single bit error, other one is burst error. Coming to a single bit error, that means any one of the bit gets changed from either 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. It is called a single bit error. When any one of the bit, any one bit is changed from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, it is called single bit error. So in this case, if we are going to send a data like this 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, and during the transmission there occurs an error. So we are getting the data like this 0, 0, 0, 0. So instead of 0 here, the bit has been changed to 1. So this type of error is called single bit error. Next one is burst error. Burst error means that is whenever multiple bits get changed. Multiple bits have changed from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. It is called 0 to 1. It is called as burst error. So usually burst error will occur because here the duration of the noise signal is longer than the duration of one bit. So here if you see in this, the data what we have sent is like this, but during transmission this 0 bit has been changed to 1 and this 1 bit has changed to 0 and this 1 bit has changed to 0 and again 0 bit has been changed to 1. So this is what the receiver will get instead of getting this message. So these error are called as burst error. Okay, next we will see what is redundancy. So what we have to do is that we need to detect or correct the errors. For detecting and correcting the errors, we are going for a concept called redundancy. So what we will be doing in redundancy is we need to add extra bits. We need to add some extra bits with our data. These redundancy bits, it will be added and it will be sent by the sender, and in the receiver side it will be removed. So this is called redundancy. This concept of adding this extra bits in the sender side and the receiver side has to remove those redundancy bit. So we will see later about this concept. Okay, so this concept is called as redundancy. And next we will see what is the detection, what is the difference between detection and correction. Detection is like whenever we are looking to see if any error has occurred. So we are going to look for if any error has occurred. It is called as error detection. Okay, so what is correction? Correction is nothing but we need to know exactly the location where that bits have got corrupted. So that is called as correction. Error correction is we need to know the exact number of bits got corrupted and their location of the bits also. That is called error correction. Okay, so in this we have seen what are the types of error and we know what is redundancy. Next we have seen what is detection versus correction. Detection means we have to find out whether error has occurred or not, that is called error detection. And what is error correction is we need to know exact number of bits which has been corrupted and also we need to know the location of the bits, that is called error correction. Okay, now we will see coding. So what do you mean by coding is like redundancy is achieved through this coding method. So what is redundancy? We are adding extra more bits in the sender side, and the receiver side we are going to remove those redundancy bits. So why we are adding those redundancy bits? Redundancy bits are added to find out the errors. Okay, so for this coding, so we use coding method to do this concept called redundancy. There are two ways in which you can implement this coding. One is block coding, other one is convolution coding. So here in this book, we will be concentrating only on block coding. Okay, what is block coding? Block coding, what we'll do is that we will be dividing this message into blocks. We are dividing the message into blocks. And here that is like each blocks it carries k bits. Each blocks carries, suppose for example, it carries k bits. Those block are called as data words. Okay, and what we are going to do is that we are going to add some redundancy bits to this. Okay, we are going to add our redundant bit to each block, so that we are going to get this code word. So this code word will contain n bits. So how many bits it has? It has n bits. That is nothing but it is a total of k bits plus this r redundancy bit. Okay, so here every message it will be divided into blocks, and each block it is called as data words, and you can call number of bits in data words is k. And now we are going to add the redundancy bit, that is our redundancy bit, to each block. Then those data words will become code words. Okay, so this is the code word. We are going to send it through the unreliable transmission medium. Okay, so now the sender will send this code word to the receiver end. In the receiver, it has to receive this code word, it has to remove the redundancy bit, then at last it will extract the data words, the actual message from the code words. Okay, now we will see the concept called the sender and receiver block coding method. So if you see in this diagram, so here the sender side we have data words, it is of k bits, so which we use generator to add the redundancy bit. Then now that each data word will become a code word, so which will be having n bits now. So n bits, it is nothing but it is a combination of k bits plus redundancy bit. Okay, now this code word is sent through unreliable transmission, and the receiver side the code word will be received, and again the checker we have, which is used to check this code word, it will remove the redundancy bit, it will extract the exact data word, and this exact data words it will be sent to the network layer. So this process is called as coding method, block coding method. In block coding method, we'll be dividing into blocks, where each blocks is called as data words, and then we'll convert the data words to code word by adding redundancy bit, and which is be sent to the receiver side. We will be removing those redundancy bit, and we will extract exact message, and we will be sending it to the network layer. Okay, now we will see how error detection is done in this block coding. So how error detection is done in block coding method. So here if you consider that the code words contain 2 bits, and this block word data word contains 2 bits and code word contains 3 bits. Okay, so for example, data word what we have to send is 00, 01, 10 and 11. Okay, this is the some set of data words we have been given. So now we need to convert in a data word by adding some redundancy bit. So it is generator will add the 00. Now it will be zeros added. So this is one of the code word, and 01 the code word is 011. 10 the corresponding code word is 101, and 11 here 110. So number of bits added to the code word is only 1 bit we have added. So this is the code word we have for every corresponding data words. Okay, for example, if we are going to send 01 during the transmission, okay, 01 is a data which has to be sent. Okay, now we are going to add we need to convert this data word into the code word. So what is the corresponding code word for 01? It is 011. Okay, now 011 is a code word which will be sent from the sender to the receiver. So during transmission there will be 3 cases can occur. The first one is, so when 011, what happens is that it has been received properly in the receiver side. In the receiver side 011 has been received properly. So what it is the checker will do, it will remove this it will convert this code word into a data word 01, and this 01 it will be sent to the to the network layer. Okay, now exact 01 has been sent, and here that same 01 has been received properly. So there is no case, there is no problem over here. The second case where during transmission some error has occurred, and we have got, instead of getting 011 we are getting 111. So what happens is that is like here this bit has been changed. this bit has been changed during transmission. So now the receiver, it will check the list of code words. So since this 111 is not here in the list of code words, this will be discarded. This word will be discarded. It will ask for retransmitting. Okay, and third case is that, so there is, if you are receiving here 000, that is 2 bits as changed. So this bit is also changed. Instead of getting 011, we are getting it as 000. So 2 bits have got changed. So in that case also, receiver will go and check here. Since it is one of the code word over here in the list, receiver will accept. Okay, this will accept, and what happens is that it will discard this last bit. It will send the 00 for 00 to the network layer. So what happens here over here is error detection. The receiver incorrectly extract the data word. So error detection is not done properly. So you can do the error detection in some of the cases, but error detection is not done properly in this particular case. So this is one of the problem in block coding. So in block coding, what happens, we have seen one simple example where 00, we are going to send these are the list of code words. So whenever the sender side will be transmitting, will be adding redundancy bit, converting into code word, will be sending it, and for error detection we will be checking over here. So we are checking over here different cases. In the first case, it is also available in that code word in the list, so we will accept it. The second case, it is not available, so we will discard. The third case, it is also available, but in error detection, it has receiver has incorrectly extracted this particular data word. So okay. Now we will see the next concept for error detection, that is Hamming distance. Hamming distance is nothing but it is the number of differences between the corresponding bits. So when the sender sends the code word, so the receiver will receive the code word and it will check whether the code word received is properly received or not. So if the number of differences between the sent code word and the receiver code word is the same, then we can say that there is no corruption occurs in between. So for example, the sender, and here you have the receiver. So sender is sending the code word, and this receiver is receiving this code word. So this code word, both the code words should be the same. So for this we are going to use a concept called Hamming distance. So Hamming distance is nothing but it is the differences between the corresponding bits. So for example, if the sent code word is 000 and the received code word is 011, so D is nothing but it is the concept, it is the Hamming distance, D of x. It can be represented by D of x comma y. Okay, so the distance, how will we calculate this? We will find an exclusive OR between the two bits. So exclusive OR between the two bits we'll get here 011. That means that there is 2 error occurs in this. Number of errors is 2. Number of ones, we should count the number of ones over here. So if number of ones is 2, then it means that 2 errors has occurred during transmission. Suppose if we go for another example, if the sent code word is 10101, okay, and the received code word is like this. So what we'll do is that we will take the exclusive OR between the two set of code words. So in this, when we take the exclusive OR, so we are getting here 101011. It means that 3 bits has been changed, so it is 3 errors. So 3 errors was occurred during the transmission. So minimum Hamming distance is nothing but it is a differences between the corresponding bits. So how will we calculate Hamming distances? We have to take the code word, sent code word and the received code word, and we have to apply exclusive OR operation between the two. So when we apply the exclusive operation, we will get the result. The resultant in that we need to count the number of ones. If the number, based on the number of ones, we will find out the number of errors. Okay, so one more example we will see. Suppose if the sent word is like this and the received word is like this, Okay, so when we apply this exclusively OR operation, okay, number of errors here also it is 3. So by this type of Hamming distance concept, we can easily find how many number of errors has occurred during the transmission. Okay. Next, we will see the familiar topic in error detecting code. It is called parity check code. So parity check code in this, so we will see in this diagram. So here a data word is there, which is of 4 bits. So for our convenience, we have taken 4 bits over here, and it is represented as A0, A1, A2 and A3. Okay, and we have a generator, and from this we are going to calculate, this is the data word, and we are going to calculate a code word. Okay, this is the code word. So this is the sender side, and here we have the receiver side. Okay, in the sender side, we are going to generate this code word by adding a parity bit called or not. So only one bit it will be added to this data word, and we will get the code word. So what happens over here is, this will be A3, A2, A1 and A0 will be the same, and here we are going to, using this, we are going to generate this parity bit. So this is how we are going to calculate parity bit is or not will be equal to, we are going to use modulo arithmetic. So it is, we are going to add A3, A2, A1 and A0. We are going to count the number of ones in the bits in the data word. If the number of ones is, if you count it, if number of ones is even, then we have to represent or not as 0. That means we have to make it to be even number of ones. So we are going to set the parity bit to be 0. If the number of ones is odd, then or not should be set to 1. Okay, or not should be set to 1. So for example, if you are going to have a number called 1001 as your data word, okay, this is the data word. So how will we calculate or not is, or not should be calculated with modulo arithmetic. So when we count the number of ones over here, it is, number of ones is 2. So it is even number. So we have to give or not to be 0. Since it is an even number, or not to be 0. So the code word will be, it will be calculated as 10010. So this is the code word for this particular data word. Okay, so one more example we will see. This is one example. The second example, if the data word is 1101, this is the data word we have. So how will we calculate this code word is, so we will count the number of ones over here. Number of ones is 3. This is an odd number. So if the number of ones is odd, we have to set this or not to be 1. So the code word will be 1101, then again you will be adding 1 over here. So this is your code word now. So this code word will be generated, and it will be sent through unreliable transmission. It will be sent to the receiver side. In the receiver side, what they will do is, they will take this data, that is, and they will check this. All this data will be given to this decision logic. So here we have a decision. Okay, so B3, B2, B1, B0. Why I am giving different variables over here is, during transmission there may cause any error. So for that purpose, we have given a different variable over here, and this is the redundancy parity bit, that is called Q0. So what we will do is that we will give all the bits to here also, okay, to the checker. So checker will check all the bits. After checking it, it will find out a syndrome called S0. This syndrome will say whether we need to accept the bits or we need to discard the bit. Based on the decision, then that bits will be extracted, data words will be extracted, and it will be sent to the upper layer. So what we have to do is that, we are sending this side also, so we are receiving this bit. So here we will calculate a syndrome S0, right? So how will we calculate syndrome room S0 is, we need to add B3. So these are the bits we are receiving, right? B3 plus B2 plus B1 plus B0 plus Q0. So we need to add this also we will be following modulo arithmetic. So we need to add all the number of bits, that is like number of ones in the received code word. Okay, so when we add the number of ones, if number of ones is even, then we have to set S0 to be 0. Okay, then we have to set S0 to be 0. If number of ones is odd, then we have to set S0 to be 1. It means that during transmission, if there is any change in bits, so number of ones will get changed. So it will be in odd number. So if it is an odd number, then we are setting this S0 to be 1. If S0 is 1, if it is sent, decision will, what they will do is it will discard the bits. Okay, discard the transmission, discard the bits what it has received. Suppose if we are going to get the even number of ones, then it will S0 will be set to 0. It means that it has been received properly, so it will send that, it will remove that parity bit, it will send the bits to the data, it will extract data word, it will send it to the receiver. So what we are going to do is that we are going to receive the 4-bit code and we are adding a parity bit called R0. So this will be calculated with the based on the number of ones over here. If the number of ones is even, it will set the R0 will be set to 0. If the number of ones is odd, R0 it will be set to 1 and it will be transmitted. And here this side we will be receiving and we will be adding all the number of bits over here in this along with redundancy parity bit. So if the number of ones is again it is 1, it means that if there is no error occurs, so S0 will be set to 0. If number of ones is odd, S0 will be set to 1, and based on the value of S0, the decision logic will either it will accept or either it will discard. Okay. Now we will see one simple example for this. Now we will see how this parity check code works. Okay, so for example, if the sender is sending a data word called 1011. Okay, and it is code word has been checked. It here the code word is number of ones is odd. Since it is odd, we are going to add the parity bit to be 1. So the code word will be 10111. So this is the code word. Okay, so after finding the code word, the sender will send it to the receiver. The first case is that there is no error, so receiver received properly. So receiver received the code word as 10111. So if they have received 10111 as it is, the receiver side, then what happens is that it will add the number of ones 1. So total it is even. So since it is even, this S0 will be 0. Once it will be set S0 is 0, it will, that means that there is no corruption occurs. So what happens is this data word, that is like it will extract 1011, it will send it to the receiver side. The next case is that when one error occurs during transmission. Okay, what is that one error is that? So this is the first case, and second case is, so the receiver has received the code word as like this 10011. Instead of receiving 10111, we are receiving 10011. So here that this bit has been, third bit has been changed to 1 to 0. So what happens is that it will here this S0 will find out the number of ones. So number of ones is odd over here. 1, 2, 3. It is odd number. Since it is odd number, it will set S0 will be 1. So it will be set S0 is 1. So what happens is it will discard the transmission. The next error what we lose one error occurs. But error occurs in the parity bit itself. So here the error occurs in the A1 side, that is like A0, A1. This is A0, A1. So now it is error occurs in the parity bits. So the receiver has received the bit like it is 10110. So here this last bit has been changed. Since we need to get 1 over here, but we have got 0. So what happens is that now it will again check, it is odd number. So again this S0 will be set to 1. So this bit will not be transmitted. Okay, it will discard the transmission. The fourth case is that there are two errors occurs. So when two errors occurs, that is like R0 value and A3 value has been changed. So we will get the value as 0 0 1 1 0. So what happens over here is, so the first bit also changed and this R0 bit is also changed. So instead of getting 1 0 1 1, we are getting 0 0 1 1 0. So 2 bits has got changed. So number of ones is 2. So here it is even we have got. So what happens is S0 will do is it thinks that it is, since we have got even number of ones, it will set S0 to 0. It will accept this number, it will extract the data word, but it has mistakenly done this transmission, even though it is wrong data code word we have received. But this S0, what it thinks is that since the number of ones is even, so it thinks that it is correct and it will extract the data word, it will send it to the transmission. So this is a wrong case. And the last case is that if suppose if three error occurs in the variable A3, A2 and A1. So what happens is that instead of receiving 1 0 1 1, we are receiving 0 1 0 1 1. That means all the three digits have got changed. Okay, so what happens is, so again S0 will check the number of ones, it is odd. Since it is odd, it will set to 1. So S0 will be set to 1, so it will discard it. So what happens is, in this parity check code, the problem in parity check code is it will work for even number of ones. If it can direct only, that is like parity check code can direct only odd number of zeros. Suppose if we have got even number of zeros, it is mistakenly, it will think that it is correct and it will extract the data word, it will send it to the receiver. So in this case, in the fourth case, what happens is, if you are getting even number of ones, even though it is there is an error in the transmission, but it will extract the data word, it has sent to the receiver. So this parity check code will not work for this even number of errors. So it can detect only odd number of zeros. This is the problem we have in the parity check code. That is why we are going for the next topic called cyclic redundancy code. Okay. So in this topic we have discussed on types of errors, that is like single bit error, and then we have discussed on burst error, and we have discussed a topic called coding. In that we have discussed block coding, and we have discussed on the topic called Hamming distance, and lastly we have discussed on the topic called your parity check code. Thank you.